Absolute carnage in Hyderabad. If you're an RCB fan, it's a tale all too familiar, and it's happened yet again. 231 for 2 is what Sunrisers have managed. And Johnny Bairstow and David Warner had fun under the sun in Hyderabad. They both got 100. It's only the second time it's happened in the IPL that two batsmen in the same team, same innings have got 100. The first time it happened was AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli. Brad Hodge remembers that. It was against the Gujarat Lions, and he knows what it is to be at the receiving end of this. Ajit Agarkar can sympathise for bowlers who go for runs. It's a tough format, but you don't help your cause when you've picked a team like that. We have your questions coming our way on our halftime show on ESPNcricinfo Matchday T20. Right, gentlemen, who'd like to take this first? Haji, did you feel bad at any point for RCB? Did you feel sorry for them?
Look, I think that was a unit which didn't quite match up to who they were playing against. Johnny Bairstow and David Warner looked in complete control. Virat Kohli himself just sort of looked short of any particular resources that he could turn to. I think that one of the things which stood out for me is they looked flat in the field. And when things aren't going your way, you need someone to stand up, whether it would be with the ball or in the field. You've got to try and change something, and it just looked like they were rolling along in the motions. They just lack someone like a Rashid Khan they can throw the ball to and something's going to happen. So, yeah, tough times for the RCB.
You sympathise?
Yeah, no, you sympathise with the bowlers, but I mean, you pick 3 spinners, and that includes Moeen, and no disrespect to him. T20 formats, it's a tough one to do if that's your 5 bowlers you're likely to play. So, and then Dick Random. I mean, we saw what Bairstow did as soon as he was into the attack, and rightly so. Maybe that has shown Virat Kohli that you can't have him as your 6th option in that poor attack to play. I mean, you can't win games just with your batting. You've got to have bowlers who can. I mean, Virat Kohli's played enough cricket in India. To pick 3 spinners, thinking it's dry. I mean, I can't. Okay, Chennai the other day was an exception, but you don't get, even if it looks dry, you don't get pitches which really spin and are difficult. So, poor attack. It's tough when you don't have, like you said, somebody to go to either.
Yes, there was a famous quote by Richardson after he won the Big Bash League final with the Melbourne Renegades.
Kane or Jai?
Kane. And Kane said that batsmen win awards, bowlers win titles. That's what he said.
That's very good, Brad Hodge. I'll let that breathe for a second. Batsmen win awards, bowlers win titles.
Yeah.
It's a tough place right now. And yes. It'll be, for their sake, you hope that someone like a Virat or AB or any one of those guys come off today and somehow chase that down. Otherwise, it's suddenly starts spreading through the team.
RCB have won many awards, but they have never won a title. Sorry guys, it's not going well. If you're an RCB fan, let me start taking your questions and comments. David Warner seems to have unlimited horsepower, doesn't he? Says Crispin Gerrard. Oh, this what a comeback. This means a lot to him.
What a comeback. I mean, yeah, you got to give the guy credit. We said beforehand that he's a pit bull, and he's been knocked down. There's no doubt about that. He's done the wrong thing, and he's paid a heavy price in the last year. But I mean, look at him. He's come back in great shape, running between the wickets, striking the ball well. And one of the things that Davey is invested in Sunrisers Hyderabad. This is almost like a second home to him here.
Sure.
He loves playing down there. He knows he's part of it. He's been captain before, so for him to come back and have an impact, it's not surprising to me that he's done this.
Yeah, a captain who's won the championship with Sunrisers Hyderabad. It's good follow-up by Crispin. Despite Warner getting his 100, was it a bit surprising to see him play second fiddle to Johnny Bairstow? It's not often we see that, Ajit.
Yeah, and the first thing everyone looked at, 2 leg spinners against Bairstow, might have a chance. Incredible innings. I think he's had a couple of good innings before this as well, or starts.
Sure.
Cashed in today. I mean, that probably is one of the easier attacks to face. In all fairness, but yeah, not many times you can say that Warner was second fiddle to somebody.
Mir Sohail says the best thing we could see today was Warner and Bairstow hug. That's the beauty of the IPL, bringing 2 Ashes rivals together. Haji, all yours.
Yeah, it's a good point actually.
Australians are a friendly bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Look, somehow the IPL binds people together. Hopefully they're throwing barbs at each other in another couple of months when the Ashes is on. But the one thing IPL does is it brings together a lot of respect for different cultures, different players. And yeah, I like that from Davey. And as I said, when you're in the same team, you're invested.
Yeah.
These two are particularly investors as well. You want to come and make an impact as an overseas player. So
Steve Carew says that wicket is difficult for bowlers. That's understating it from the way it happened.
Yeah,
And
all the more reason. Then you give your
Better
bowlers, sort of better protection, or have an extra bowler or two in your squad to play with. Just 5 and 6. I mean, the Grandin we've seen.
He's not a bowler. You can't rely on him for 4 overs.
Yeah, you can't rely on him. He might have an odd good day, but he's not playing in the team as a bowler. So, can't understand some of the decision making.
Andy Buxton says RCB needs Stoinis and Coulter-Nile in that team ASAP. Otherwise, they don't stand a chance of making the playoffs. And even then, like Gaurav pointed in our innings update, Haji, that they're going to be available after about 3 games. And they're going to go away when there are still 3 games to go. So essentially, that's giving them a supposedly full strength squad for what, just 8 games. They need to win everything then.
yeah, look, it might be a short-term fix, but still, you know, Stoinis is as good as he's an all-rounder. He's a good bowler, but not match-winning as well. Nathan Coulter-Nile probably could put him in the match-winner with the pacey balls and the swing. And if you put him together, and those two along with Saini, Siraj, and Umesh, all of a sudden you see a little bit of firepower. And if you're a batsman, you look at that and go, oh, I may be troubled today. You look at this attack today and you go, no, I'm not troubled at all. Yeah, for me, I thought Washington Sundar made an impact last year for the RCB. I'm not sure why he's gone out of favouritism. Maybe it was a match-up type thing, but yeah, I think he's a pretty good bowler. He can bowl on the power play again, but yeah, tough work.
Maybe you can have a quick chat with your good friend Ashish Nehra and ask him what's going on with these. Maybe he can don on the boots and try 4 overs at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, even the plans. I mean, okay, you start thinking it's a dry pitch. You start with Moeen Ali. You've seen it's not really gripped. Even the seamers early on tried to come and, roll their fingers.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw later on there was a little bit of bounce when, I mean, both these guys have some speed, Umesh and Siraj. There were a couple of decent bumpers bowled. So, you don't... I think you need to change your... Okay, you go thinking that there's a certain plan in mind, but you can see how the pitch has behaved and not just keep doing what you've planned before and, almost change as the game progresses. I don't think RCB did that either.
Reza Abbas Ali says he's watching from Trinidad. Well, very good morning to you, Reza. Young Burman, can he recover from this onslaught? We said, right, it could go either way. And he's gone for 56. We saw the other day, Varun Chakravarti, even Prayasray Burman, he's 16. It's no fault of his that he's gone for 1.5 crore at the auction. Yeah. Sometimes these things can be hard, Oji.
Yeah, look, he's just run into a pretty good batting unit at the moment. Both players in good touch. No assistance from the pitch. Yeah. It may happen again. Sometimes it's not necessarily your first game, it's your second game. How you dust yourself off and come back again. But from what I saw, he looks like he's got some pretty good tools. So, I think he'll be fine.
All right, this is a nice one from Rohan Jamdar. This year's IPL is proving to be good match practice for some of the overseas players. Most of the Indian players aren't performing as well. Is this mere hospitality a cause for concern? Hopefully this does not dent India's confidence. I don't know. There's been, Rishabh Pant's done well for India. Other than that, have the overseas performances outweighed?
Hardik Pandya struck a few out of the ground. Yeah, I think
I can see Andre Russell might have sort of tempted that. With Sanju Samson get 100. Okay. So
the thing is, teams have only played 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's very early days in the IPL.
Very well. Let's look forward, and there's a lot on the batting order for RCB. Now, Vinod Raj, will it be good if Hetmeyer goes opening today? There's more. RCB can win if they open with Kohli and De Villiers. And just as we say that, I believe Parthiv Patel's walking out anyway.
And
I think it was Hetmeyer, but if you're going to chase 220, you might as well get your big guns in there, really. I like the move of Hetmeyer, but maybe Parthiv should have parked it today, I think.
Again, it's that whole thing with Parthiv, right? If you're playing Parthiv, you must open.
Yeah, but when you're chasing 230, I think there's a bit more firepower in that batting than Parthiv. I mean, the way they are looking at it is at least he can, get his runs in the first 6, but I think he'll have to go quicker than what he has been. Yeah,
Vishwas Hegde says, would it be wise to send Hetmeyer at 3? Like we pointed out, Hetmeyer's opening, Vishwas, and you're watching from France, so nice of you to join us. And viewers from all sorts of the world. Some of the balls might have actually reached those parts of the world with the way Bairstow and Warner were hitting them. What else? Ryan Orvin D'Souza, excellent. Ajit, can you be a part of the RCB team, please?
Oh, I can't bowl anymore. So
Yeah,
I think that it's been a familiar story with them. Just don't somehow seem to get the 11 right.
yeah. Well, they've got a very established bowling coach in Ashish Nehra, but he can't bowl for them. So
He's head coach, by the way.
That's head coach, is that it? Oh, my bad. My apologies. Gary Kirsten is just coach, and Ashish is head coach, is it?
And I'm not sure what the designation
So,
is.
yeah, I don't- I
Batting
think
coach and something. But
This is the sort of time where you start looking at the other guy and saying he's head
Yeah,
coach.
well, it's interesting because in times of need like this, when you actually need strong decisions to be made,
Yeah.
you need to work out actually who's making those calls.
Ashish Shaw, Nabi should be bowling in the power play. I would think so. 2 left-handers. You'll see.
Ah,
Nabi.
this is a gift for Mohammad Nabi. I mean, this is straight up. Here's the ball, son. I mean, he'll play a massive role. I mean,
Very well.
it's perfect.
It doesn't happen often that this sort of total gets chased. It seems improbable. It seems unlikely, but nothing is impossible in 2020 cricket. Brad Hodge, Ajit Agarkar, are RCB going to get close to this or not? Ajit?
I hope they get close to it at
Okay.
least. I
Haji?
can't. You've got to see Sunrise's favourite
Haji?
clearly.
Maybe 170 now.
That's not close either. All right, we'll see how close they are. We'll also assess what the innings is looking like at the 10-over mark. For now, it seems all Sunrisers. They've got the muscle, they've got the firepower. RCB, can they actually deliver? Odds are against them, but we'll see how it goes.